I like this lighting. I hope it comes out good. So high school is coming to a close, and I was looking back and I was thinking of some of the highlights, and a lot of teachers came to my mind. I was really lucky to be in a lot of advanced classes where most of the best teachers wind up, and because of that, I've been exposed to so many intelligent human beings that I'm so appreciative of. So I figured, hey, why not? Let's send them a thank you letter, go on a little bit of a trip down high school memory lane, and just show that I appreciate and I'm grateful for them. But before we get into the video, guys, my name is Bianchi. This is Define Wisdom. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All of that stuff helps out the channel a lot. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, so every single one counts. And before I get into the thank you letters that I'm personally sending, I want to just get the word out there that you might want to consider doing the same. I did it at a pretty big scale, and you don't have to do that. Just one, maybe even two thank you letters to teachers or guidance counselors can make a big difference in your life and theirs. Multiple studies have shown that when you send a thank you letter, you feel really good about not only yourself, but your situation, and it can decrease depression or increase happiness or however you want to cut it. Both people benefit in the exchange of a thank you letter. Not to mention the fact that you never know what someone else is going through, especially nowadays with quarantine. So maybe that teacher just needs a little bit of a pick-me-up, because yeah, sure, teachers a lot of the times put on this happy-go-lucky face and everything is always fine. They never really let you see them weak, because high school students are like vultures and they will dive in on any weakness that they see, but they can be hurting too, and getting a thank you letter can really brighten up their day. So if they've really had that big of an effect on your life, I think it's kind of the least you can do. So that's why I'm sending out mine, and I actually wound up writing 13 thank you letters, an obnoxious amount of them, to teachers that I loved, teachers that I hated, guidance counselors, academic advisors, and field trip What is that word? Okay, Google. What's a parent that comes on a field trip called?
According to Scholastic, being a parent
chaperone. Chaperone. All right, I'm a smart one. All right. But I sent it to a field trip chaperone because it was literally such a phenomenal field trip. It is better than a lot of vacations that my parents took me on. Like I've been to Aruba, and it does not beat the random 3 days that I had in Atlantic City for a DECA competition. I met a girl, and I had a guy friend there, and we just hung out all weekend nonstop. We were talking about business the whole time because that was the nature of the field trip. I could talk about that for days, but back to the thank you letters. I wrote a lot of them. And you might notice there that I wrote thank you letters to teachers that I didn't like, and there's a very specific reason for that. It's because I was kind of a dick in their class. In the one situation, it was my chemistry teacher. She gave a lot of homework. Chemistry was a very difficult subject for me, and I wasn't willing to put the work in because I'm very used to putting in just a little amount of work and getting like 80s or 85s and just kind of passing by without ever having to really grind. I wasn't able to do that in chemistry. And because of that, I kind of blamed her, like, what is this teacher doing? And eventually now I've come to accept that, no, it was chemistry that was the issue, and I shouldn't have taken that out on her, and I shouldn't have been a dick. And I look back, and she was actually, like, a really nice, lovely woman that I should not have been a dick to whatsoever. Like, I literally got her called down to guidance with me and had to, like, have multiple meetings, shit-talked her to, like, every other teacher in the building. Yeah, no, I was a bad sophomore in high school. But I look back, and I've already apologized multiple times to her, but just one more time, an apology and a thank you for allowing me to build my character through that shitty situation. The other teacher that I'm sending a thank you letter to that I didn't like, I look back, it was after this first event, and I had learned a lot of lessons. That's actually the first time that I apologized to the first teacher, was when I was going through with the second teacher, and I caught myself. So I really reined myself in. I think I handled that situation really well with that teacher that I was butting heads with a little bit. And now I look back and I think she was just a little bit of a bitch, if I'm being completely honest. But, you know, it is what it is. So I want to say thank you and sorry, because I was still a little bit of a dick. Like, I wasn't perfect, but I was definitely a lot better and learned a lot of lessons from the first time. I'm also going to send a thank you letter to a club organizer and one of the coaches that I had. Very simple, general thank you. A couple other general thank you letters going to teachers that were just good teachers that I'm really appreciative of. And a couple of thank you letters that are just absolutely glowing to my A-Push teacher who poured my foundation of knowledge about how the world works. I took her 3 times. I went to bat for her so that she could teach A-Push 1 more year, just so that I could get her to teach A-Push, because they were going to remove her from that class because she was too difficult. Really, everyone was just a bunch of entitled wimps and couldn't handle her legitimate education that she was dishing out. But I loved it. And then the other teacher was kind of like my personal therapist. Any up and down with teachers or my personal life, I would go to her. I had her freshman year, so I kind of had her as an outlet throughout all of high school, and she has been absolutely phenomenal. So of course she is getting a glowing letter as well. And how did I do this? So I can break down the steps for you guys so it's a little bit easier. I just thought, who am I sending the letters to? I got them all in an outline, and then I started going through and just noting what I wanted to say. I wasn't writing, I wasn't doing massive paragraphs, I wasn't bambling on like I do in every YouTube video I've ever posted, but just little notes of things that happened with that teacher that I want to bring up and reasons why I'm thankful for them, or reasons I wanted to apologize. And after that, I took those notes. You know, it could be 1 or 2 things if it's a teacher that was just kind of a good teacher. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things if it was a teacher that really, really helped to form you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long it is, whatever you feel is right. And then I got writing. I ran everything through Grammarly because Grammarly is the only reason that any of my writing ever comes out in cohesive sentences, which is really a bad habit that like, if Grammarly disappeared tomorrow, I would not be nearly as good of a writer as I am. Not that I'm a good writer in the first place, but anywho, I ran all my stuff through Grammarly, and now I have them sitting in Google Documents so that when the school year comes to an end, I can send them out. I'm going to graduate before I actually send them because I speak very freely in many of these letters, and I don't really want to get caught up in a situation. Technically speaking, I'm still under the high school rules, even though all of my classes are done. I haven't graduated yet. I'm still technically a high school student, and with a couple of specifically just the bad teachers that I didn't get along with, I just want to make sure that I am not liable to get in any trouble. Like, how stupid would it be if they were like, you know what, you said a bad thing, high school detention. And I didn't even say a bad thing, but it's just the one teacher. I'm just very careful with the one teacher. Probably a better idea is just not say anything to her, but I think it's right, and I'm not going to let some bullshit threat that might have happened stop me. So that's going to be it for this video. It was pretty short. I just wanted to kind of get the awareness out there that you should be writing these thank you letters. This video was kind of diced up into a bunch of parts for my TikTok, so I wanted to see how that would turn out. I got this new initiative for the channel where I'm going to be doing videos weekly on the YouTube channel that correspond to whatever TikToks I was posting throughout the week. So it's like, I want to become a best-selling author on Amazon, doing like a bullshit book. All right, I'm going to do that for a week or 2 on TikTok, make a YouTube about it so I can funnel my 12,000 TikTok followers onto my YouTube channel. Could you imagine if 1 in 10 of my followers on TikTok went to my YouTube? That would be bonkers. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. Peace.